Recently, the internet has been torn apart by one of the dumbest yet most passionate debates of our time. Who wins in a fight, one gorilla or 100 unarmed men? Team Gorilla says one silverback is basically a furry forklift with rage issues. Easy win. Team Human says, bro, 100 is a lot. We could overwhelm it. Let me stop you right there. Because if you're even entertaining the idea that Chad, Brad, and 98 of their CrossFit buddies could casually roll up and jump a 400-pound forest tank, congratulations. You just volunteered for the most horrifying group death in nature documentary history. This isn't Planet of the Apes. This is Planet of the Pain. And today, we're diving into every terrifying way a gorilla could end you. Let's set the stage with raw, uncomfortable facts. An adult male silverback gorilla stands about 5 to 6 feet tall and weighs somewhere between 350 to 450 pounds. But don't let the size fool you. This isn't just meat and fluff. This is pure, weaponized muscle. Not the kind of muscle sculpted by protein shakes and gym selfies. This is jungle-forged, vine-snapping, log-launching, predator-tossing muscle. Despite being peaceful herbivores, gorillas have been seen snapping banana trees in half like they were chopsticks and casually hurling logs that weigh more than a grown man. They've ripped apart stalks of bamboo so tough they've bent metal tools meant to cut them, and their bite force clocks in at an astonishing 1,300 pounds per square inch, stronger than a lion's and nearly matching a tiger's. Even more insane, they build this kind of strength on a diet of leaves, stems, and fruit. That's right, no steak, no protein shakes, no gym, just leafy greens and raw jungle vibes. It's like someone getting jacked on a vegan diet of celery and rage. Now imagine all that natural strength directed at you. One angry silverback is not just an opponent, he's a demolition crew with fur, and you are a soft, confused meatball who wandered into his territory. That's the matchup. Let's get hypothetical. You somehow end up squaring off with a silverback, and he decides to punch you. Best case, you get launched 20 feet and wake up next to Jesus. Worst case, your rib cage collapses like a folding chair at a barbecue. Gorillas can deadlift over 1,800 pounds. So if that balled up fist connects with your chest, you're basically a piñata with anxiety. And before you say, yeah, but I'm fast. No, you're not. A gorilla can sprint up to 25 miles per hour, and that's in a straight line, in the jungle, with terrain. That's faster than most humans, even on a bike. Now let's talk about the gorilla's bite, something you'll never forget if you're unlucky enough to experience it. And here's the terrifying part. Gorillas don't even rely on their bite often. That means when they do use it, it's because something has gone horribly wrong for you. A gorilla's bite force measures in at a crushing 1,300 pounds per square inch, which is strong enough to crush a coconut like it's a puffed marshmallow, snap bones like they're spaghetti, and shred through skin, muscle, and dignity in one go. This isn't a warning nibble. This is full Jurassic Park. If a gorilla decides to chomp down on your arm, there's a good chance you'll be leaving without it. Their jaws are built for grinding fibrous plant material, but when redirected at your body, they become something between an industrial vice and nature's chainsaw. And the worst part? There's no snarling or roaring before it happens. 1 second you're standing there thinking it's bluffing, and the next, your forearm is somewhere across the field, wondering what it did to deserve this. Say you get close enough for him to grab you. You've just unlocked a new level of regret. Gorillas don't wrestle, they slam. They've been observed picking up rivals and smashing them into the earth like a toddler throwing a tantrum with a teddy bear. Now replace that teddy bear with your spine. A silverback slamming you into the ground isn't just a combat move, it's an instant game over screen. Your organs won't know which zip code they're in, and don't even try the 100 men argument again. If each one of those men tries to grab a limb, the gorilla now has a selection of human nunchucks to swing around like Kratos in God of War. Gorillas are generally peaceful, but if you make the mistake of triggering their fight response, you get the charge. You'll hear it before you see it. The chest beating, the roar, the thunderous stomp of a jungle locomotive. Then suddenly, boom! One 400-pound blur of fury shoulder tackles you at 25 miles per hour. That's over 4,000 joules of kinetic energy. That's a football linebacker, a bull, and a semi-truck doing a fusion dance just to flatten your dreams. NFL players wear pads. You'll be wearing a regret-stained hoodie and a freshly broken collarbone. Not every gorilla kill has to be physical. Sometimes the gorilla wins by just existing. Let's say you find yourself alone in the forest. You lock eyes with a silverback. He doesn't move, doesn't growl, just stares. He starts beating his chest, not frantically, rhythmically, a slow, thunderous percussion echoing through the trees like a warning from nature itself. Your brain releases cortisol, your fight or flight response kicks in, your bladder makes a choice, and you realize something primal. You were never the apex predator. That's when you die of a heart attack, halfway through trying to unlock your phone to film it for TikTok. But what if it's more than one of us? Cool. What if it's more than one of them? Silverbacks are usually solo, but they can command troops of up to 30 gorillas, and they don't fight like humans. They coordinate, silently, efficiently, like military-grade Gorilla SEAL Team 6. While you're trying to strategize with Kyle, Chad is already being dragged into the treetops like a rag doll. And even if you win by numbers, let's say 100 of you actually kill the gorilla, you now have 100 traumatized men who just watch their friends get used as battering rams. Nobody leaves that fight okay. Let's talk long term. Say you survive. Broken ribs, torn muscles, bite wounds, trauma. Cool. But every time you close your eyes, you see him. That stoic, judging face, the eyes that saw into your soul and found it disappointing. Your therapist says it's PTSD. You say it's PGSD, post-gorilla stress disorder. And if you think you're ever walking into a zoo again without flinching at the chimp enclosure, you're lying to yourself. So now that you know the many ways a gorilla can end you, through brute force, bone-shattering bites, devastating slams, charging tackles, and psychological collapse, let's revisit the question: one gorilla versus 100 men. The answer? Everyone loses. Sure, the gorilla might go down eventually, but not before he takes out dozens like a boss-level NPC with nothing to lose. And the rest? They go home broken, physically, mentally, and spiritually. You don't beat a gorilla. You survive him. So the next time someone brings up this debate, do the right thing. Look them in the eye and say, "You first. Thanks for watching." Subscribe for more terrifying truths from the animal kingdom, and maybe don't try to wrestle nature's gym bros next time.